This tiny computer can run your own smart home hub right on your network. And today I'm building a version you can actually copy on a desk. No cloud accounts, no complicated house-wide install, just a Raspberry Pi 5, an ESP32 sensor, a DHT11 sensor, and Home Assistant running locally. Here's the plan. First, I'll explain what Home Assistant is and why the Raspberry Pi 5 can be a great beginner setup. Then we'll install Home Assistant operating system, connect the DHT11 module to a Seeed Studio ESP32 microcontroller, flash it with ESPHome, and bring the temperature and humidity readings into Home Assistant. If you have smart devices, they usually come with too many separate apps. One app for light, another for plugs, another for sensors. But Home Assistant brings devices, sensors, and automation into one local system. It also runs on your own hardware. In this build, the Raspberry Pi 5 runs Home Assistant operating system, and the XIAO ESP32-C6 sends sensor data into Home Assistant over your local network using ESPHome. I'm not pretending this desk is a whole smart house. So instead of fake examples, we're building one real mini smart room setup that's easier for beginners to understand and reproduce. For this build, you'll need a Raspberry Pi 5, a micro SD card, a power supply, and for the easiest first setup, an Ethernet connection. You also need a Seeed Studio XIAO ESP32-C6, a DHT11 module, and jumper wires. Open Raspberry Pi Imager on your computer and flash Home Assistant operating system to the micro SD card for your Raspberry Pi 5. That's the standard install path Home Assistant recommends for Raspberry Pi, and it's one of the easiest ways to get started. Once the flash is done, insert the card into the Pi, connect power, and for this first setup, I'm also connecting Ethernet so the initial install is simple and reliable. For the first boot, I'm using Ethernet instead of trying to start on Wi-Fi. That keeps the process more reliable while Home Assistant finishes preparing itself. Once it's ready, open a browser and go to http://homeassistant.local8123. If that host name doesn't work on your network, check your router for the Pi's local IP address and open Home Assistant from there instead. Now for the sensor side, the DHT11 is not plugged directly into the Raspberry Pi. Instead, the XIAO ESP32-C6 reads the sensor and sends the data into Home Assistant over Wi-Fi using ESPHome. That makes the project cleaner and much closer to how real Home Assistant sensor nodes are built. This part is simple because I'm using the DHT11 module version, not the bare 4-pin sensor. On a common 3-pin DHT11 module, the pins are VCC, data, and ground. So I'm connecting VCC to 3.3 volts on the ESP32 microcontroller, data to D2, and ground to ground. On the Seeed Studio ESP32-C6, D2 maps to GPIO2, so the wiring and the ESPHome YAML need to match that. I'm not adding an extra resistor here because module variants often already include the pull-up resistor on the board. If you're using the bare DHT11 sensor instead, ESPHome's documentation says the data line needs an external pull-up resistor, typically around 4.7 kilo ohms. Now, here's the key idea. For this demo, I'm not writing a separate Arduino sketch. I'm using ESPHome inside Home Assistant to generate the firmware for the XIAO. In Home Assistant, install the ESPHome Device Builder add-on, start it, and open its web interface. That add-on is used to create, compile, and flash ESPHome firmware, while the ESPHome integration is what lets the device talk to Home Assistant after it's online. Create a new device, connect the XIAO over USB for the first flash, and replace the default config with this minimal YAML. This config gets the XIAO onto Wi-Fi, enables native API for Home Assistant, and tells ESPHome to read the DHT11 on GPIO2 every 30 seconds. Then flash that to the board over USB. After the first flash, the XIAO connects to your Wi-Fi and starts exposing its entities to Home Assistant. Back in Home Assistant, go to Settings, then Devices and Services. ESPHome devices can be auto-discovered there, and if your device doesn't appear right away, you can also add the ESPHome integration manually. If you add it manually, choose ESPHome, enter the device host information, and complete the setup. Once it connects, Home Assistant pulls in the entities from the microcontroller, including room temperature and room humidity. And this is the part I care about in this build. We now have a Raspberry Pi 5 running Home Assistant, a Seeed Studio ESP sensor reading a DHT11 module, and live temperature and humidity data arriving locally through ESPHome. That is already a complete smart home workflow. just scale down to something you can build on a desk. The cool thing is that this can grow from here. Today it's 1 Pi, 1 microcontroller, and 1 DHT11 module, but the same setup can expand later with more ESPHome nodes, more sensors, and real Home Assistant automations once the core pipeline is working. So today we installed Home Assistant operating system on a Raspberry Pi 5, did the initial setup the simple way with Ethernet, wired a DHT11 module to a Seeed Studio ESP32 microcontroller, flashed it with ESPHome, and brought the sensor data into Home Assistant. That's already a real local smart home workflow. If you're looking for a detailed Raspberry Pi 5 beginner setup, watch this video here. Subscribe